Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit
What's up,
in it,
Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey,
But
Rashad.
okay, all right. Let's get to it, Brandon. Let's get to it, Brandon. I got you. All right. So now to the topics that I actually have on here. Toronto Tempo reportedly have a new coach, and it is Sandy Brondello. So Sandy, of course, one of the best coaches in the W, fired kind of for no reason from New York. It's like, why did y'all fire her? I don't know. Like the report, it really started with the reporter was like, you might get fired, bro. How you feel if Sandy gets fired? This isn't the time to ask that. Well, y'all don't have no exit interviews. Where else am I gonna ask this question? And then what happened? She got fired 2-3 days later. That reporter knew something. But yeah, shoot. One team's trash, another team treasure. Sandy Brondello is a great coach, bro, to have as your expansion franchise first season. You know, you see what Golden State did, and I hate to go be so cliche and stuff like that, but Natalie Nakase and everything like that, Nakase, for her to do what she did, bro, as a first year head coach, coming under Becky, you know, it was different. What we saw in Golden State and what we saw in Chicago was two different results of coaches coming up from under Becky Hammond. So now you get a proven coach in Sandy Brondello, a championship winning coach and everything like that. I think it'll be very, very interesting, bro. The second that she got let go, it was already reported. Toronto has their crosshairs on Sandy almost immediately. I mean, why not? You probably want to do the best you can. You know, Toronto made a bunch of good hires in the front office. They got Mark Schindler, friend of the channel, working in the front office. I believe Mark is working with the scouting department and stuff like that. Mark is wanting to work in the WNBA front office and with WNBA teams for like the past 2-3 seasons. He said it out loud and stuff, and he's gotten that opportunity. Congratulations to him. I believe his girlfriend's also, like, side note, on a personal level, I believe his girlfriend's from Canada too. So that's just a perfect fit for him. Congratulations to him. We have 8 days to get a deal done, by the way. We have 8 days to get a deal done. So we'll see if they can get, you know what I'm saying? They said apparently it's like really far away, but we'll see if they can get something done in the next 8 days. Lynx played their preseason game in Toronto. It sold out in 20 minutes. Yeah, man, Canada's ready. Canada's ready, just like Boston's ready. A lot of these cities that don't have the WNBA, they're more excited than they have been before because the overall WNBA product is just popular now, bro. It's just popular. So the cities that didn't have it before, they're like, bro, we really want a team. We really want a team. I remember I was like that, like when Atlanta first came in 08, I was 13. Yeah, I was 13. So I was like, bro, like we get a WNBA team, this and that. I was buzzing and stuff like that. I was hyped when the dream came to be. But you know, I can only imagine what it is like for the people who previously dismissed the WNBA and now they're like all into women's basketball in the WNBA, and then the team comes to their city. For sure, hype. For sure, hype. Let me see if I can see a story on it, because Howie Magdow, he broke this. So shouts out to Howie, by the way. And let me see. ESPN citing Howie. Shout out to Howard, bro. Shout out to Alexa. Here we go. Sandy Brondello has agreed to become the first head coach of the expansion Toronto Tempo. Source confirmed to ESPN. The team is expected to make an announcement in the coming days once the contract is finalized. Brondello received significant interest from multiple organizations before choosing Toronto, which is set to begin playing in 2026 alongside WNBA expansion team, the Portland Fire. I say another thing about going to Toronto and an expansion team, like you have less pressure, bro. Because it's like, if you do poorly, it's like, oh, they're an expansion team. And if you do well, it's like, oh, she's so good of a coach. They won so-and-so games in their first season. So you're kind of safe. Like, you know, thinking of interest from multiple teams, I would probably go to the expansion team, bro. Because it's just less expectations. Let me see. This is the perfect off season to be an expansion team. Indy is imploding. But that's the thing though. It's like, okay, you think about that. All right, yeah, and you know, the Fever about to do this, that. Woo, woo. At the same time, bro, it's a lockout. It don't mean nothing. It means nothing for a long time until the lockout ends and everything. the moves, the market opens again. Because then, other than that, everybody just sitting on their hands. Everybody just got to sit on their hands for a whole year, you know. So there's that. Let me see. The Tempo will host games at the Coca-Cola Coliseum in Toronto, while also playing 2 regular season games in Montreal and 2 in Vancouver. Brondello has a storied history in the league, earning an All-Star selection as a player in '99, and led the Phoenix Mercury and New York Liberty to WNBA titles in 2014 and 2024, respectively. Her contract with the Liberty was not renewed after their first-round playoff exit this past season. Brondello also coaches the Australian Opals national team, most recently leading the squad to a bronze medal in the 2024 Paris Olympics. The Tempo's head coach field only remaining openings are with the Dallas Wings, the Seattle Storm, and the New York Liberty. I think Lisa Leslie said she don't even want to coach no more. The 9 Basketball was the first to report Brondello's hiring by the Tempo. Way to give Howard credit. You put it all the way at the bottom of the story, didn't even mention his name, and you just mentioned the outlet, didn't put a link to the story. Way to give him credit. She said no to Paige. Look, but chill. Paige, yeah, I think Brandon, you think Angel Reese is going to Dallas? You think they're gonna make that trade, Enrique for Angel Reese? You think that's gonna happen this offseason? I don't know if Angel actually leaves, bro. Like, it sounds like, oh yeah, I want out. Like, even if Angel Reese demanded a trade, bro, like, she means so much to the city and the franchise, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But also in addition to new coaches and everything like that, you also have to look at we have to look at what's going on too, bro. We have to look at what's going on. What's going on right now is like what I've mentioned in the playoffs. This stuff is open, bro. This stuff is really open with all these players who are going to get chances and opportunities now. Congratulations to Kaiser Gondrajic, friend of the channel, now signing with Athletes Unlimited AU. You know, you got Kaiser, you have Angel McCautry, you have Tina Charles, you have Ted Cooper. You know, these are some of the players who have signed with AAU in the past couple seasons, the past couple years, who are outside on the league trying to get back in. And I think AU now offers the opportunity to get back in again. It was like when Rivals started, it was like, okay, AU, you are not getting in. That's not going to help your chances of getting in. I think that opens up again now with 2 expansion franchises. So Kaiser has to stay ready. Deja Kelly has to stay ready. I believe Deja Kelly's AU as well. All the players who are on the outside looking in, the Morgan Joneses, y'all all have to stay ready for sure. So we'll see what happens. I'm so grateful and excited all at the same time to get an opportunity to not only do what I love, but compete amongst the best of women to become better in my pursuit of my dream, which is getting back in the WNBA. Salute to her for that. Jalen Sherrod. Yeah. Who's this right here? Deja Kelly. Huh? Alyssa Smith is unrivaled. She not unrivaled. She not she Athletes Unlimited. Hey, shout out. Okay, Nalissa, KB, Kia, and then Aaliyah Nye. They're all AU. Okay, AC, unrivaled. I didn't know Alyssa Smith was AU last year. I didn't even know. Kaylin Chen, she's AU. Shout out to Kaylin Chen. Oh, Breezy Hall, AU. Aaliyah Nye. Congratulations, bro, to all 3. AU Ricky Class, Anissa Murrow. Dang, this is a nice. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this is a nice little group. Sarah Ashley Barker, Pow, and Deja Kelly. I like this. I ain't gonna lie, I like that. Odyssey Sims, yeah, she did great. She did great for sure. Natasha Mack. Hey, you got some. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna watch AU this season. I didn't watch AU last season. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching Unrivaled, but I'm gonna be watching AU this season. Ariel Atkins. Okay. So Ariel Atkins signed because she was with Unrivaled last season. Anyways. I'm getting beside myself. But all these players in AU are now going to have an opportunity to get in the league this season. If there are any good Canadians internationally, they are flocks back home. Mark my words. Like Leticia Me here was someone that we always thought was probably going to end up playing for the Tempo. She's kind of been fringe and everything like that. No way. Hold on. Not a chance they offered him that much ever. Was a fifth rounder. I don't even think number one picks make that much. And rookie deals. But yeah, everything is open for everybody. I think all the Canadians I know, AE is not going. She already got traded once. That's why I'm surprised that she requested that trade. You know what I'm saying? Aaliyah Edwards. Because it's like, bro, you could have held on to the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? And then been like, I want to play for the Toronto Tempo. And that would have been hard. Aaliyah Edwards as a face of the Tempo? That would have been hard, bro. Who do I think will actually end up from the W out of all the free agencies and trades? From AU. Wait, hold on. Who do you actually think up there from the W? Oh, okay. Toronto kids. Let me look at Toronto players. Toronto women basketball players. Here we go. We'll just do it like that. Ooh. Fournier, Aaliyah Edwards, Natalie Achonwa. Is Achonwa still playing? Did she retire? Let me see if she retired. Earning second season in Ann Arbor. She's a general manager of University of Michigan. So okay, she's a former basketball player. Okay, yeah. So she finished playing. Cheyenne Day Wilson. Let me see. Sammy Hill. Miranda. Lee Ani Ose, Shauna Pellington. Okay, so I see Cheyenne playing for sure. I see Leticia playing for sure. Leticia Me here. I see Aaliyah Edwards, of course. And I see Toby whenever it's Toby's time to get drafted. What's Toby? Toby's a senior now? She's only a sophomore, bro? Oh, yeah. Whenever Toby's old enough, she's definitely going. But she's just not old enough yet. Yeah. Those are like three for sure. And then Kia Nurse, of course. So I say Kia Nurse, Aaliyah Edwards, Leticia Me here, Cheyenne Day Wilson are four that for sure are gonna get in. For sure gonna get in those four. It's not as many Canadians as I thought was you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? No, I mean WNBA free agents that will go to Toronto. I got you. Imagine they suck for a year, then go crazy getting Juju. Oh, that's unfair. Let me see their mock draft spot. All right, let me see. My dog Michael, he only got he only has Americans in his mock drafts. I remember somebody was like, I hate this mock draft. It's only Americans. Tanaya Latson. So they got him number 6. Shoot, I got wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Let me look at free agents. Like you said. Let me look at free agents. WNBA 2026. Oh, they got Ashlyn Jackson up here. I know good. They got the 2026 draft class up here, won't it? Let me see where we at. Enrique. No, man, I don't want to see that. I want to see like a basic. Here you go. 2026. Okay, Jackie Young. It's hard for me to see her leaving already. She like the highest paid player in the league. Emma Meesman. Okay, now Meesman, she for sure. You know, Meesman like to get around. Kelsey Mitchell. Ooh, hey, y'all want to start off the franchise with Kelsey Mitchell? But I think Kelsey Mitchell, she was like, she had the opportunity to walk last season, and she came back for a year. Jewel Lloyd. I don't know if you want Jewel Lloyd. Shout out to Jewel Lloyd though. If Jewel Lloyd wants her own team again, we'll see. Kyle Copper would be nice. Enrique. I think Enrique. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think you want Enrique to build a team. Excuse me. Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams would be nice. Satu Sabli. Of course, everybody wants a unicorn. AT. Everybody want AT. But that's a package deal. You know you got to get her wife when you get her. Tasha Howard. Okay. Tosh. Okay. Tosh is a good rotational, you know what I'm saying? Backup. BG. I don't know if BG want to go to Toronto. Oh, yeah. BG said she not leaving the country again unless she playing basketball. So BG definitely not going. Who you got? KM? KM and Stewie, and then one of those Lynx girls. KM. Kayla McBride? You talking about me? Kayla McBride, one of those Lynx girls. Kayla McBride, Stewie. I'm not gonna lie, twin. I don't think that's enough. Mitchell. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell. I was like, Kayla McBride. Like, where she get good enough? So she like just acronyms. Sad didn't like Brondello's coaching, so I doubt that she comes along with Stewie. Oh yeah, no. Sad. She likes the she likes the, you know what I'm saying, the marketing, everything like that in New York. You know, she got the number one shoe. She can't leave New York. Kelsey Mitchell and Stewie. Stewie is a free agent. I might be talking about something. Y'all might be talking about something, bro. I'm not gonna lie. With and then y'all draft someone like y'all could draft Cody as a backup to Stewie. Y'all could draft Sarah Williams be available that late. I don't know, bro. I don't know, little twin. There's some folks in this draft. I ain't gonna lie, it's a good draft. If y'all get Flage, I don't know if Flage really fit Toronto though, like the city and stuff. Flage going to the Dream would be crazy. Who else could slip to like 6? I think that's about it. One of them overseas jokers. Janiyah Barker. I don't really like Janiyah Barker over there for y'all. To start a franchise, shouts out to Janiyah Barker though. Skylar Diggins-Smith. Y'all want Skylar Diggins-Smith? Better not have been no dream slander from you. We don't want no Dame Flage. We don't need any guards. Who they want? Kid's boyfriend plays for the Raptors. Kids is out though. Maisha Hines-Allen. No, thank you. KP. Ooh. I like KP, but I think KP likes being back home, Southern California. Hamby, she didn't want to go back home. She likes staying over there in California too. They need a starting point guard. You don't like old girl, Jordan Canada, JC. Jordan Canada, only one that showed up in the playoffs. Cloud in the expansion draft. Yeah, that's disrespectful. I don't think New York would give up Cloud. I don't think they put her in the expansion draft. That's kind of disrespectful. Dang, you don't like JC? You don't like JC, but you rock with You don't like JC, the only one that showed up in the playoffs. She the only one that showed up in the playoffs. I thought she should have had the last shot in the playoffs. That's a whole nother story. Oh, what if y'all get Asia Wilson? I'm joking. Asia Wilson, ... eye emojis. Chelsea Gray. Z, Azare Stevens. Boy, if Asia Wilson, if them jokers kept losing the way they was losing in August, oh man, the Asia Wilson to Atlanta propaganda would have been heavy. They just had to turn it around. She just had to be the greatest. Coach don't like Jordan neither. Yeah, because she don't shoot threes. Coach just care about threes. Can you shoot threes? Yes or no? That's why BG was sitting, bro. I was like, bro, you need easy buckets. Bree Jones ain't getting it done. BG wants hitting enough threes. You can see Carrington in Toronto. Carrington kind of becoming a journeyman. I'm not gonna lie. Shouts out to Dejanay though, for sure. None but love on this side, but she kind of team to team. Benaja Laney coming back next season. Courtney Williams, half of the stud buzz, is a free agent. Tina Charles, it look like she's still playing because she doing AU. So that sounds like an announcement she's going to play a whole nother season. Leash, she definitely coming back to the dream if she can help it. Her and Ryan, they stay in Atlanta, bro. JC can't shoot. Check the stats. Dream lost every high-scoring game that Canada had this season. That's what I said. Kia Nurse definitely coming home as a backup. Yeah, you got Kia Nurse as a backup. You have y'all really what y'all really needed. Like I said, if Aaliyah Edwards, if she wanted to get traded, I get it. But just wait till the end of the dang season. No. I don't even think she wanted to get traded. I think she was just in the trade rumors. If I was Aaliyah, I heard them trade rumors, I would have went to the front office. I said, hey, hold me into the offseason. Just trade me to Toronto. Just let me go back home to the six. Because Aaliyah Edwards would have been perfect for y'all to start the franchise. I'm not going to lie. Dream need a mobile big who could defend like Shakira Austin. Yeah, Shakira Austin going to be on the trading block too. But I know Mystics fans, they asking for too much for Kira. They asking too much for Kira. Trade for the 6th pick. Oh, trade Aaliyah Edwards for the 6th pick. I don't know if Connecticut would go for that. Connecticut right now has a 12th pick. What else does Connecticut have? Because Aaliyah Edwards would be perfect for y'all to start that franchise. That's it. They just have the 12th pick. I don't know if 6 is high enough for them. Connecticut would need something like top 5 for Aaliyah Edwards. But if Aaliyah Edwards requests a trade specifically to Toronto from Connecticut, I think they might be able to get it done. I need to get my charger. Hold on, give me a sec. But yeah, that's an interesting thing though. Kia Nurse as a backup for sure. That's for sure gonna happen, or for sure can happen. Who else? Kia Nurse as a backup. Leticia Me here as a backup. Who can y'all draft? Should they go wing? They should go best player available. Whoever the best player is on the board at 6, or wherever Toronto gonna be drafting 6 prism. Guessing they should take the best player on the board at 6, and then free agency. Just get the best player you can get in free agency. Is Stewie gonna follow Brondello? I don't know how Stewie feels about the 6. See, that's a whole nother thing. Like I said, Brittany Griner not going because Brittany Griner says she's not leaving the country again unless she's playing basketball. But she's not gonna leave the country to live. She's not gonna live in Toronto. So y'all not getting Brittany Griner. I don't know. I think it's just interesting to see who's willing to go up there, who's not from Toronto, and who's not from Canada. Y'all might be able to get a lot of them, like, you know what I'm saying, international players and stuff like that, free agents. But yeah, I don't know where you start to build a team. Do you start with the 4s? Because it seemed like the WNBA's kind of ran by the 4. The 4 kind of runs the league. I say you start with the 4s. I always start with the fourth and the seven. You go with the mobile bigs, the face-up bigs, and stuff like that. They kind of run the league. Going back to Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie, Tina Thompson, and then of course Deldon, Asia Wilson, Stewie. They're all the fours, the front-facing fours. You kind of start and build your team with that. That's why I like Aaliyah Edwards to really have Toronto as their team. She'll have the hometown pride. I think it just makes sense. Kia Nurse has a job in Canadian media this offseason, so she's already in Toronto. It's the draft first or the expansion first. I think I don't want the drama with BG. Not gonna lie. They can have Griner. We don't need her in Atlanta anymore. She was terrible. Well, BG's a free agent, so she could walk. I know she wanted to go to she came to Atlanta because she said it was close for a lot of family and stuff like that. She had a lot of family down south. But let me see. The expansion draft is first. Because last year the expansion draft was in like December. And then the regular draft is after the college season. So yeah, the expansion draft is first. But with the lockout, I don't know when the expansion draft won't happen until, the lockout ends. So say the lockout doesn't end until next December. Then we'll have the expansion draft. And I guess I don't know what they do for the actual draft during the lockout. I don't know if you still have a draft and then like just hold everybody. I don't know. But yeah. Like, because I can't remember. I think in the NBA, the lockout didn't even start until like after the draft. Excuse me. Do the Tempo just draft a bunch of players to trade and then move up the draft with the 6th pick? Nah, I don't think you force it. You don't force it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you saying like, hmm. You saying like package them in an expansion draft and then move up. I think if I'm the Tempo, my number one thing would be like, let's build around Aaliyah Edwards and make this Aaliyah Edwards franchise. I think that's the smartest thing and the best thing to do. Me personally. And you go from there. If you can't get Aaliyah Edwards, who in this draft even kind of like models that thing I said? Like the W is built around front facing fours. This is a center. This is a guard. This is a guard. This is a center. This is a guard. This is a guard. This is a wing player, Cody, but Cody kind of resembles that, but I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Cody. I just don't know if Cody's like the elite level player, you know what I'm saying, to get you there. I think she's a great player for a great team and a great piece for a great team. This is a guard. Sarah Williams can be that. I'm not gonna lie. Janiyah Barker should have been that, but she's kind of been underwhelming a bit in college compared to like what she was supposed to be coming out of high school. Let me see. Ashton Jackson, guard. Kiki Rice, guard. They got Kiki Rice going all the way 14. Goodness gracious. Medina Okot, center. So I don't think you really have that type of player in this draft of like the front facing forward that kind of runs the league. So since you don't have that, you say Cody McMahon. Yeah. Cody is cool. Cody's cool. I think they make 2-3 big free agent splashes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because that's what you want. You want a guard. They got Ashton Jackson because Ashton Jackson's a shooter over there from Duke. This Kiki Rice not a shooter though. That don't really fit. You know, she's just a guard. She's just a point guard. She's just a tall point guard. 2-3 free agent splashes and then build out the roster. But that's a lot to bank on. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to bank on of being like, we're gonna get Stewie and we're gonna get Kayla McBride, or we're gonna get Stewie and Kelsey Mitchell. That's a lot. He likes big guards. He like Pau though. He drafted Pau. Pau not a big guard. She's just a shooter. He likes shooters. I think he likes shooters more than big guards. Coach wanted Sellers, but she wasn't healthy. He likes his PGs healthy. Yeah. That was ugly. When she played that one off season, that one preseason game with the Dream, that was ugly, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to keep sniffing in y'all ear. I just muted just a snip. I guarantee you, Brondello doesn't take the tempo job without at least two players coming. So you think they already have something under the table? You can't even assure anything though. They about to go into a lockout. Pow isn't a point guard though, not much of a playmaker either, to be honest. I mean, but she played a point. I mean, I get what you're saying. She's a shooter, so she's a shooting guard, but like her size, like kind of forces her to be a point. I think if you have Kiki, like literally, what makes Kiki better than Jordan Canada? I don't personally see what makes Kiki better than her. Ryan plays the point. You're not gonna give me started today. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. We not doing that. We not doing that. I already done went on a rant about the Hawks losing by 20 points after scoring 118 points. We are not doing that today. She'll be the starting point guard next season. I'm not. Nope. All right. But yeah, that's so far what I think about the tempo. Like I said, Brandon, to answer your question, bro, I think the best chance is Aaliyah Edwards, bro. Aaliyah Edwards, go all in on Aaliyah Edwards, try to get her. I have Aaliyah Edwards on my board above Stewie. Because Stewie, I feel like Stewie, every team she goes to, it has to be a championship contending team immediately. So I'm not going Stewie first. I think it's too much pressure for an expansion team. Who's the team's second best player that needs more opportunity? Team's second best player that needs more opportunity. Let's go through all the teams. All right, so you got the Dream. So you got Ryan Howard. we talking second best players? So, all right. Chicago. Who's the second best player in Toronto, bro? But I think that was more so like, nah, don't bring that stuff into. We just got eliminated. She said, "You're second best player." We talking about second best players today. Second best players on each team. Chicago, the best player is Angel Reese. So the second best player is who? Ariel Atkins. Connecticut, their best player is like darn near Tina Charles. Who's the second best player in Connecticut? Aaliyah Edwards. Dallas, their best player was Paige. Second best player was Enrique. Golden State, their best player was one of them rookies. Veronica Burton was also up there. Oh, I get it. The girl who made the All-Star team, Kayla Thornton. That was their best player. And the second best player was Veronica Burton. She's not leaving Golden State. Indiana's best player, Caitlin. Second best player, Kelsey Mitchell. Vegas, Asia Wilson. Second best player is Jackie Young. The Sparks, best player was Kelsey Plum. Second best player was De'Erica Hamby. Minnesota, best player, Nafisa Collier. Second best player was probably Kayla McBride or Courtney Williams. The Liberty, best player was Stewie. Second best player was Onescu. Phoenix, best player, Alyssa Thomas. Second best player was Satu. Seattle, best player was Neka Wumike. Second best player was Skylar Diggins. And then Washington, the best player was one of the rookies. They're interchangeable. They're two best players. The only second best players I see moving from that list is Minnesota and Dallas. And then, Chicago, Dallas, and Minnesota. I see those second best players leaving. Leisha's 30, can't dribble, can't create her own shot. She runs from the ball in the clutch. Sun's second best player is Lacan. Did you really say Edwards? Yeah. Aaliyah Edwards. She's the second best player. Let me see. And that's not a ridiculous statement at all. Shouts out to Morgan Tuck, bro. Let me see. Let's see what Lacan did last season. Not a chance. And salute. Not a chance, though. Edwards is a bust. What is you talking? Aaliyah Edwards? Stop it. Lacan has top 5 guard potential. She's that good. Which players will fit a Brondello style of play, though? Let me see. Calling Aaliyah Edwards a bust is crazy, bro. Right here, she had 4 points in 23 minutes. Not helping out my case. But Aaliyah Edwards is not a bust, bro. She's a great player. Aaliyah Edwards is a great player. Brondello's not a good coach. So Brondello's had BG, DT. I think Dewana Bonner was also on that team. And then she's also had who else has Brondello had for championship teams? And then she had a super team in New York. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. She just coaches super teams. Maybe Ezzy will be a nice, you know what I'm saying, type deal. Jonquel Jones. Does she follow her up there? Who goes to Toronto? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, Brandon. You might just have to be patient, bro. I say y'all push for Aaliyah Edwards and just be patient after that. Aaliyah Edwards is good though. She's the second best player in my opinion. She only has 2 titles with the super teams. Hey, that's what they're saying, Brandon, about Brondello. There's no way Brondello takes a job without knowing some players are coming. I think but like I said, Brandon, you have to think about it like this, right? If she had multiple offers, right? Multiple teams talking to her and interested in her services. And the openings are Toronto, Dallas, Seattle, and the Liberty. So it's Toronto, Dallas, or Seattle. Out of those 3 jobs, I'm taking Toronto. Toronto has the least amount of pressure, bro. They have the least amount of pressure. You go to Dallas. Dallas has had 3 coaches in 3 years. If I'm a coach, why would I want to take the Dallas job? I'm just going to get fired after 1 year. If I go to Seattle, okay, you can go on to Seattle. Seattle got some strong personalities you got to manage. You know what I'm saying? You want to do that. And that's just going off of allegedly what has been reported, what has been said behind the scenes. And Joker's got some strong personalities. She doesn't say no to coaching Page without having some players coming. Someone, Chris Cochrane's coach, he got fired. You know what I'm saying? Edwards would be at the end of the bench if she was on the Dream. Let me see. The Dream had, well, it's just not a good fit in the Dream. The Dream have a good front court. That doesn't mean that Edwards is a bad player. It's like Washington. Washington had a good front court. It doesn't mean she's a bad player. Dallas is terribly ran. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to take the Dallas job. They're just gonna fire you. Why would I take a job? They're just gonna fire me. I ain't doing that. 3 coaches in 3 years. You gonna be number 4? No. No, thank you. I ain't going to Dallas. I ain't going to Chicago. 2 places I'm not going. But yeah. So that's why I think Brondello took it. I don't think she took it because she knows like she got some players coming with her. But we'll see though. Cause this free agent list is definitely stacked. You got Fee. Y'all gonna get Fee? Man, this contract is crazy. 150. Get your money, Shatori. But goodness gracious. Mo Billings is a good vet. Kia Stokes was getting 100. Shout out to Kia Stokes. E. Will, Big E was getting 100. Timmy was only getting 90. That's a bargain. Veronica Burton, she for sure going back to Golden State. DB, that's what I say. That's a package deal with AT wherever AT go. Ryan, restricted free agent. Atlanta probably will match. I don't see them swinging Nas. They definitely matching for Nas. They like Nas. Olivia Nelson-Adota. Dang. Could she come back home to Atlanta? We'll see. I don't know how they feeling. Peely, Grace Barger, Lexi Hill, Emily Inksler. She's a free agent. Maya Caldwell. What is an E restricted free agent? What is that? An E restricted free agent. Repairs, a E restricted free agent. Lee. Shout out to Lee. Johannes is a E restricted free agent. And then let me see. Most players are going back to their teams. I agree. They won't have anything to match for Ryan because she was never leaving or talking to other teams. Same with Nas. But I mean, if you don't have an agreement, you just go to another team and like, okay, match it. Just like how Mo Billings did a couple years ago. And I know that's two completely different things. Mo Billings and Nas Hillman and Ryan Howard. I get it. But still, like, just give me an example of what Atlanta did in the past. Let me see. Tasha Howard probably be on a different team. This is just me guessing. Kelsey Mitchell has a chance of going to a different team. So y'all can good. Kelsey Mitchell just not enough, though. That's not enough. Yeah, I knew he was going to say that.
Why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.